Thanks for tuning in today, guys. We're going to be comparing today the G2 Taurus against the 709 Taurus. Essentially, we're just going to kind of go over some of the differences and some of the things that these guns have in common, which is actually a lot of the same parts, and show you just how compatible these two guns here are. Maybe it might help you make a decision in which one that you want, but just going kind of freestyle here. And for first, let's go ahead and let's safety check these firearms. Ensure that we're dealing with dangerous guns. So, you know, as you look at them, we'll start off with the sights. So it's the same sights in both these firearms. So that's one of the comparisons. The safety in both of these are the same. Now the slide catch looks to be the same, but it actually isn't. It's a little different on the slim. Takedown levers are the same. The triggers themselves are the same. The mag catches look to be the same, but obviously the slim has to be a little smaller, so those are not going to be swappable parts. Also, the loaded round indicator on the top of these guns are different. I actually prefer the one that's on the slim over the bigger one here that's on the G2. Slide length, you know, it's a wash. Essentially, I believe they're both the same size. They have the same size barrel in them. The height on these guns, as you can see, they both come exactly the same. Now, the difference is in the grip. Now, with that said, it's not too much of a difference, and honestly, when selling these guns, a lot of people will go with the G2 over the slim because it's not much thicker. And if you look here, you know, it's not much thicker than the 709. So a lot of people would go with the higher round count G2. Some of the things I prefer, like I said, the loaded round indicator notch, I wish it was the same on the G2. With that said, I wish the trigger guard on this was more like the G2. Essentially, this gun appearances get a lot of its appearances from the 738 TCP 380. But it shares a lot of the components of the G2, so it's kind of a mixture of both guns. As you can see, one of the other differences here is the G2 comes with the ability to attach a compact light or laser combo, and when purchasing it, the G2, you only get one magazine. It's a 7-shot, and you get two 12-rounders with the G2. Some of the things that I've done to both these guns here, the 709, in my initial review, I talked about how the main issue is how thick and wide this grip or the trigger guard is. When purchasing it, just really for me, it feels like it's in the way. So what I've done to kind of fix that is undercutted it, and then kind of flared it, kind of rounded the edges off to get a better grip in there. Also, if you look at my edges here, these were really sharp, just squared edges. Same thing here, and if you grab a hold of yours, you'll notice, I mean, right here and then like right here was just really sharp. So you had sharp edge, another one, and then the whole front was just a sharp square edge. I actually took and sanded and rounded those off and re-blued them, just so that way when holster wear is just not going to tear any holsters up. I kind of did the same thing here with the G2. It was a very sharp edge here and here, and also here. I just kind of rounded those off, re-blued them. Now I haven't had to do any undercuts because actually, for whatever reason, this feels really good on my middle finger here, so I haven't had to actually do anything to that. The 709 it don't have the nice grip panels like the G2 does, so I actually added some grip panels. These here are Fox X, and that's essentially all I plan on doing to this gun because, to be quite honestly, I feel that the the 709 is now a better, in my opinion, I think it's just a more solid gun, but that's just me. And getting to that, I've had a lot of people comment on better ways to tell the new G2 or the new 709. The new 709 has the same extractor, as you can tell, as the G2. The original ones had an extractor similar to a Glock, where it was just a floating extractor in here with a pin and spring setup, a plunger setup here. And that was the one that I initially had problems with. And if you go on YouTube and you put in 709 Slim problems, there's actually a guy that did like a 3-stage video on the same issues that I was having. Also, the firearms guy, he was having essentially the same problem that I had as well with failures to extract. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you something cool here that a lot of people might not know. So let's go ahead, get these guns apart. Okay, so when looking at the two slides, as you can tell, a lot of the same parts here. Okay, the only real difference in here is the recoil springs are clearly different. And right there's your first indication, okay? But let me show you this. .709 Slim barrel and the G2, and the G2 barrel and the 709. Same exact barrel. Okay? And if you don't believe me, right there, different numbers. You think I pulled some kind of trick over your eyes? Two different numbers there. But it gets better. Okay, so let's go ahead and swap the barrels back. So here is something very cool. Okay, so let's see. Well, let me do it this way. Okay, so we all can agree that that is a 709 Slim slide, right? I think we all can agree that this is the G2 frame. How's that for a freaking hybrid? There are some differences there. I don't know if it'll fire just because I'm not going to. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance on it. But here's the funny part. The 709 Slim frame G2 slide will not fit. For whatever reason, the 709 has thicker guide rails than what the G2 is, and it actually will not even go on. It's kind of weird, but it's just kind of the things I've come up with here. So let's go ahead and we'll get this hybrid apart. Go ahead and get these guns back together. Okay, so just kind of some of the things I've done, some of the things that I've actually observed on these two guns. My experiences with these guns has been actually not too bad, especially this time around with the 709. It's been 100% reliable. I only got 300 to 400 rounds through it, and a mixture of hollow points. The G2 is setting at 1033 right now, and I was having some issues with the locking block, which I made a video on that, which I'm sure everybody has seen. But I've actually fixed that issue. I had to actually, somebody gave me an idea about going in there and shimming that up. I can't really come up with a straight answer because I've got a fellow YouTuber out there that he's got the same round count that I do through an OEM spring, and he don't have the same issues that I'm looking at. But then I've got guys that say that they have the issue and it's an OEM spring, or vice versa. So I can't really come up with the exact data on if it was the Lakeline or if it's just a Taurus flaw. Right now it kind of seems like a draw 50-50. And I can't also tell who is real and who isn't, because as of right now, the owner of Lakeline is essentially harassing and stalking me, so I don't know who's coming over, because I'm looking at some of these new channels and people that are commenting and they're like, just created 2 or 3 days ago, or just created today, and then they comment. So I don't know who's real and who isn't. So yeah, which I'm going to make a whole nother video on that about Lakeline, which is be coming up here real soon. I just got to get some more data together, which is going to be a pretty interesting video. But yeah, as of right now, I can't really come up with, what's real and what isn't. All I can come off with is my experiences, and then also going off of other people that I know as real channels and real people that's been subscribers of mine for years. And you know who you are. I appreciate you making that video and showing me yours. And he's not having the issues, and he's been rocking the OEM spring, and he's got the same round count I do. So with that said, man, if I was looking at these guns, I guess I'd have to come to the conclusion on what am I looking to do. If I was looking for the ultra concealed gun, obviously this is going to be the one that you're going to want to get. It's super thin. It's going to be less printing. But if I was looking to, have more round count and a concealed carry gun and possibly my only gun, this is going to be it, because this is one of them guns that it has enough rounds and the ability to put a light on it for your home defense situations, but it's small enough to carry. So you're going to be able to kind of fit it into everything, where this is a concealed carry gun only. I would never want to protect my home with 7+1. So with that said, I want to encourage you to be performance driven in life, demand greatness. If you found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel, there's links in the description to the Amazon store. Also, you can come right up here in the corner and go to the Patreon page if you'd like to help out. Other than that, I want to encourage you to be performance driven in life and demand greatness. Thanks for watching.